Okay, so thanks everybody for coming tonight. For me, it's always a pleasure. We're gonna have a tough topic to discuss tonight. And just wanna welcome Thiago, Conte, Igor, Bruna, Cris, Andrei, Diego, Eduardo, Yuri, Juju, Rafaela, Bia, Alessandro, Vinícius, Rodrigo, Natália, and we have a lot of people. Camila, Jaqueline, Taren, Gis, Laine, Amanda, Jéssica, Lívia, Maria, Sofia, Júlia, Ju, TX, Leonardo, Mariana, Alan, Samuel, what else? William, Paulo, we have Gustavo and Susie. Very good. We have 35 so far. More people to come. And we're going to talk about something we did already in TNT. We're going to talk about Black Lives Matter. I have a t-shirt that I should have been using now, but I'm going to explain everybody what is TNT and why it's called TNT. Okay? So today's Tuesday. We started these meetings on Tuesday in October 2016, almost 4 years ago. And it was a Tuesday, it was night, and it was a talk. So the name started as Tuesday Night Talk. Simple as that.
Você vai ficar usando muito tempo ainda?
And after a while, let me just, everybody. So after a while, we actually this year we started to grow, and TNT, it's not just on Tuesdays, but it's on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We have 8 meetings for free. Okay, it's all for free. It was for free in the beginning, and it's going to be for free in the future. This year we started the Spanish group. Okay, I don't speak Spanish, so we have another teacher, and she speaks Spanish fluently. Her name is Juliana, and she's the best Spanish teacher. And I'm learning Spanish there from scratch. And we're gonna have yoga next week, and also meditation, and I'm bringing other skills so you can study other things. And it's going to be for free, okay? Because I love free things. And we have 41 people here, and you're not paying anything. That's not the purpose. If you find anywhere selling conversation classes in English, don't pay. You don't need to pay to study English. You can have English for free on YouTube, everywhere. I'm an English teacher, and I am an entrepreneur as well. I'm a salesperson. So I am telling you, do not pay to study English, okay? I work with this, and I'm telling you to not pay, all right? Because, yeah, that's the truth, all right? So TNT number 159, we have 1 hour of talk, all in English. Tonight, we're not going to have the small rooms. So we have a protocol. We're gonna have some rules in here. I need you, everybody, to be muted so we can have a good talk. This is the first thing. The second is, if you want to speak out, you can raise your hand on the platform. There is an option. If you go through participants down below, you're gonna have the list of participants. Down below the list of participants, you're gonna see like a raise your hand button, okay? So just to be sure that you get it, can you try to test the raise your hand button? Yeah, Chris, Juju, Bruna, Thiago, Paulo, Jaqueline. Yeah, a lot of people. Very good. Not everybody, but yeah, you can raise your hand and you can unraise your hand as well. Okay? Very good. Because I'm going to ask you some questions about the topic. Okay? Yeah, if you react like this or with like applauses, it's not going to help because it goes away. But raise your hand, it keeps in the screen. Okay, so it's going to be really good, and it's going to help me. All right, so I really need help. And why am I doing this? Just because it's a very nice topic. It's very important to talk about this. And TNT is not just, actually, it's not about English, you know, it's not about speaking English. It's about awareness. It's about connection. It's about understanding the place we live. And we have a social goal with TNT. It's not just to speak English. It's not just to teach English. It's not just to get people together. But more than that is to bring topics so we can discuss, we can think about them, and we can leave this place better than when we arrived. So what I'm asking you is respect everybody. If you agree or not with something, okay. We are not here to be right. We are here to discuss and bring something politely to everybody. I'm not going to ask you everybody to introduce yourself because it's going to take a lot of time. We are reaching 60 people. So a lot of folks. Thank you so much for coming, everybody. I really appreciate. If you want to know a little bit about eAprendi, that's the startup that's running this. Just check it out, the instagram.com/eAprendi. Okay, I'll be more than happy to help you somehow. Very good. I just need a volunteer, and I know we have two people with hands raised. Can you unraise yourselves, please? You can't, Chris? No? Yeah. Just unraise your hands. Let me check.
The option of the hand is faded, as if I couldn't click on that.
Ah, you just click again on.
But I tried and it's.
Yeah.
But the host can do it for me too.
Yeah, the problem is I have 60 people. If everybody raises the hand.
Okay, then that's it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So I need a volunteer, just one.
Me, but I have to leave at 8:25 because I have a student, Phil.
Very good, Juju. So I want you to really quick introduction about yourself. And we're gonna talk about Black Lives Matter, right? And I want you to show or to explain people who still don't know what is Black Lives Matter or what's going on that we brought this topic. Just with your own words, what you know, you don't need to be correct. Okay, it's just like a warm-up.
Yeah, hi guys, my name is Julia. I'm an English teacher, and I want to be very concise, and then I can give a chance to everybody. It's just a bigotry. It's an intolerance and against color. It's amazing. I'm not going to tell what happened last week because It's insane. I cannot even talk about it without being touched. But to make a long story short, is a bigotry, is an intolerance against people who has a different color, different opinion. In a nutshell, that's it.
Very good. Very good. Anyone else wants to add up? No? David?
Yo. Yeah, man, I'm here. Yeah.
Do you wanna add up something?
Oh, my friend, the situation is really bad. Sadly, the racism is really, it's been really strong in our society, you know. And I'd just like to talk about the situation because we live in a evaluate society because many people know what to do. We need to respect each other because if I'm black, if I'm white, or if I am yellow, doesn't matter. I am a person. I'm a people like the other people, you know. And we need to respect each other. If the moment when I don't respect, we don't respect your space, we not respect your place, I consider the intolerance can be more stronger inside the population. But we need, I think we need to respect each other and stop with the racism.
Very good. Very good. Thanks for sharing. I know we have a guy here. Dick, are you there?
Hey, buddy, that's me. Here we go. Hi, guys. How are you, everybody?
Hello.
Davi, Heitor, Juju, Chris. Hey, you guys. How are you? Are you okay? Good this night?
Hello.
Bia, everybody's here. Okay.
Dick is the man. Your
No,
energy, your energy spreads out, and it's really good to have you here. So, what do you understand about this Black Lives Matter, like the movement itself, not what's happening right now, but the movement itself?
Well, we now are facing dark times around the world, and not about just the pandemic, but about the society itself. For long, we are not kids, okay? We are adults, and we know that since a long time ago, we know that society has been sick, but I guess that this time society got sicker. And this is one of the first moments in our lives that we are really facing what is to be attacked for being yourself. I some years ago I had a conversation with a friend, and we were at a bar, and we had a lot of beers and everything, but I remember clearly that I said this sentence, and I would like to share this with you. If humanity was completely blind since they were born, they would find a way to be, to feel prejudice, to feel racist, to feel different, to think that some people are different from other people. So the problem is every time when we don't say anything, every time when we calm ourselves, every time when we let it go, every time when we look to the other side, just to not see what's going on with Black people, not only Black people, I'm talking a little bigger, because all lives matter, Black lives matter, yellow lives matter, white lives matter, every life, every single living organism in this planet, all those lives matter. And we are disrespecting the nature itself if we look to the other side. If we ignore something, we need to react, and we need to do it now, because if we don't make any noise now, the silence will be monstrous. So I guess.
Very, very well said. Thank you for sharing. Just before we start with some questions, I have like Wikipedia here. I don't know about you, but when I was a teenager, I wish I could have a Wikipedia in hands so I could like study. So Wikipedia is, if you're learning English, well, you have it for free and you can really enjoy that to learn English. So if you try to bring this topic now, it's going to explain you what Black Lives Matter. So it's an international human rights movement originating in the African American community that campaigns against violence and systemic racism. So it also has an explanation about it. So systemic racism towards Black people. And we had something going on with this guy, George Floyd. I don't know if you have heard about it, but it's on the media everywhere. If you're on Twitter or Instagram, there are a lot of things happening in Minneapolis, St. Paul metropolitan area, and people are protesting. Though we are in the middle of a pandemic situation with coronavirus and a lot of things. So people are protesting because of why? Do you have an idea? Do you know, any of you? Why people are protesting, like in USA, about this guy?
I can say.
Who is, I can say?
I'm Gislaine.
Yeah, but who you are? What's your name?
Gislaine.
Gislaine, great, yes, of course.
So I would like to share something. So everything's happening in the USA because the people stay probably, I don't know if the word is correct, but is cansado because many things happen. Black people's dying only why is Black. So this is a big problem there. And I have other situations in the past when the racism and the disequality make the Black people protest and making a big challenge in the culture and the laws. So in this moment happened something so big and important too, because the policies and politicians, I don't know what's the words exactly for to explain, but the politicians, policies, and the rest of the society forget these people. So it's only way to make is the lives it's important, it's protest. I don't know it's clear and you can understand, but it's my feel.
Yeah, so totally understand. Thank you for sharing. So people in the United States, they can't stand anymore. They are tired of the situation of racism and how people treat them differently, right? So I don't know how is it, because I'm not a Black person. I don't, my color gives me privilege, and I think we have some people here that can, and we are going to, I'm going to ask them about it. But the point is, there's a guy called George, and he died. He died not he died, he was murdered, right? That's the word. He was murdered by a police officer in Minnesota. And I hope you don't get me wrong, but this video, it's really, really, I don't know how to say a word to describe the video, but it's really, really, really sad what happened.
It's outrageous.
Outrageous, yeah.
Insane, it's absurd.
Yeah.
Phil, I just want to thank you a lot. I wanted so much to participate, but I got to bail.
Yeah.
I have a student.
Bye-bye, Juju. Thanks for coming. So I want to ask, let me ask.
Can I say a word?
Yeah, Rogers,
Before?
please.
So, after I saw the video, I see the problem with Brazil, or better, talking about Brazilian. We lost the sense of ridiculous. I don't know how a word for this, but for us, this video is nothing compared to a lot of things happening on Brazil. But we got anyway. We got a lot of protest on Brazil because of this video. I think the motive isn't that good enough for Brazilians to protest because we have a lot of other problems. How do I say? Bigger than that. Like I can talk about it. I don't know. 35, a lot of motives for that.
Yeah, I understand that, Rogers. Thanks for sharing your opinion.
Sorry for the bad English.
No problem, no problem. That's the idea. It's really good. So yeah, we have a lot of problems here in Brazil. Like as a salesperson, as I am, I understand the reasons why some things people get a reaction on some things rather than others. So there is a emotional thing involved with this. But of course, we are in a situation in Brazil that, yeah, I'm not going to go on this way, but I think we can do, and we can have this talk about Black Lives Matter or about what happened in USA. And for example, on TNT, we have other 7 ways to talk about different things. On TNT, we have other topics, and we did about politicians as well. We did about women. We did about ethics. We did about creativity. So we have opportunity to talk about a lot of things. But here, right now, we are really gonna talk about what happened in the USA, because we can get that to link to our people, to our neighborhood, to our family, to our friends. And we have here some people, some Black people in here, and and I just want to hear from them. And I have some friends. When I was a child, we used to play together. Most of them, they were Black. And right now I don't have any really close friend that it's like Black, you know? So this is something that it's, for me, it gets my eye, gets my attention. But before we really, I wanna ask a couple of you guys about this, but I know Solon, you raised your hand. Please go there, man.
No, I just would like to say that I think I understood what Roger has said, you know, but I just think we have a different approach. I think that he's concerned that we saw this thing in the United States happening, and now we are concerned about it. But it is happening right here in Brazil. We don't need to go far, you know. I don't know, maybe last week or a few days ago, there was a kid inside of his home in Rio, and he was killed. He was dressed in a school clothes, you know, uniform from his school. He was inside of his house. He was a student, and he was killed. We don't need to look out abroad to see the problems. We can see the same problems right here. And I have a question: is why do you think that this like a revolution? I don't know if we can say like this, just happens when we see the others outside doing. Why can't we do this ourselves too? Because we have exactly the same problems, you know? We have violence against black people. We have a lot of discrimination. It's here in front of us. We don't need to go abroad.
Is this a question to me?
No, to everyone. It's a rhetorical question.
Okay.
One thing.
Does anyone want? Oh, Rogers, please.
Don't get me wrong. I don't need to say this. The protest is wrong. Bolsonaro. No. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I think is too. I think we need to do these riots way before the Americans do that, because we have this problem so much time ago. Why now? Why now we are protesting? Why not before, on the first killings? My point is that not the riots is wrong. No, I'm always I'm pro this protest, but I think so late for that.
So before we answer, I'm not. No problem. No, it's perfect. We are here really to discuss and have different opinions or same opinions, but really to have a good discussion and healthy one. I just want to listen from any of the white people here. Have you ever faced discrimination, or have you ever felt that you were treated or threatened? I forgot how to say that. Yeah. Were you people look at you or talk to you in a different way just because of your color? Have you ever felt that? Just for the white, and we have like most of people here are not, you know, I think it's the majority of people here are not. Yeah. Ju? No?
I don't remember a situation specifically, but I remember the most expressive thing that happened in my mind was one situation when we were on a beach. I have a black friend, a very close black friend of me and of my boyfriend. And we went to Riviera de São Lourenço. It's a very fancy beach here in São Paulo. And then we are sitting there relaxing, just talking to each other. And this friend turns to us and say, "There is no other black people here." And I was like, I never even noticed this, because I'm not paying attention for this, because why there are no other black people there? Why they don't have the opportunity to be there? Why is he alone in this place that it's considered like for rich and privileged people? You know, it was like something that hit me like right on the second, and he didn't have to tell me anything else. I was thinking for days and days and days after this. And we actually, I think we don't understand the depth of the situation, of how racism works in our society, you know.
Yeah.
It's really, really bad for me to remember, just for remember the situation.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, if you're white and you don't feel that racism is happening right now, you are the racist. So if you don't see that, you are like, yeah. I know not everybody agrees with that, but by the
Uh,
end of the day, that's what happens. Yeah, Caio.
I can say,
uh,
I'm sorry.
I remember a day when I started with a postgraduate here in Brazil in a school in a university, and that when a coordinator make me a question, why did you choose this school? Uh, then I'm feeling in this moment that um, I don't know how can I say it, but I'm feeling in this moment. So so here the coordinator practice same discrimination with me. Uh, I don't reply because this is I don't know. It's to be become a normal in our society, but uh, I'm feeling very bad. Do you understand?
Yeah, totally. Just
Yeah,
so a question of the coordinator of the course, like because of your color, or because of where you live, or because of like your
yes,
gender. Why
yes.
have you chosen this school? So yeah, this is a kind of,
And it's the most important school here in Brazil. The name is strange to um, talk about this school or the name of the school,
yeah.
but it's a top three school here in Brazil. Uh, this is very strange for me, but I'm feeling so bad about it.
Yeah, and I'm really sorry about that actually.
Yeah.
And I think let me ask a guy that uh, I know him now. Davi, are you there?
I'm here.
Man, have you ever lived a situation like what Kyle said about like a question because why did you choose this or that, or if you're just walking on the streets, like the police had just stop you somehow. Have you ever lived a situation like this?
Yeah, man. Oh, it's situations like this happen all the time, you know. Just because we are black, it's you can for example you can compare or maybe you can have a different treatment if you are black or white. You need to think they say they treat all the people like equal. But the problem that happened here in my city, of course, here in my city, Salvador, I spent some situations like this. I saw situations like this where people are walking on the street and the policeman look at the guys and said, "Oh, many guys together maybe are planning some crime." You know, it's really bad because for me, I'm a black guy, you know, and I'm a black guy, and I spent some situation like this when I was just because I was wearing different clothes, and one guy on the bus stop using the cap or one short, yeah, normal clothes, and the policeman stopped the car and start to talk with the guy because they was clothes different than mine. It's really bad, man. I thought, oh, because you are why you can compare or do a different treatment because you wear a nice clothes or you don't wear a nice clothes, or because you are white, you are black, or you are white. Because I can't look for another people and say, oh, you are criminals, or you are a bad man, you are planning to do a crime just because I look for other, it's really bad. But these situations is the racism is fucking sorry, it's fucking stronger in our society. This situation, this subject for me is really bad because all the time here in Salvador or in Rio de Janeiro or in São Paulo or wherever, in any place here in Brazil, we see situations like this, and sadly, we yelled all the time, but anyone listen your voice, it's really bad, man. And sometimes we see a lot of people die all the time. Many people die, many younger die, many teenagers die, and anyone does nothing. And now we need to see all the people, all the black men be murdered. So because they George Floyd was murdered. Now we need to yell again. Everyone needs to listen our voice, But some days ago, we need a kid died being murdered here in our country near for us, We need to yell all the time because this situation needs to stop quickly. That's it.
Yeah, and we need someone from another country, as Roger said. So we start a movement here, So we needed to have someone from, like, in the United States, so far away, and I think we had like 2 kids, right? 2 black kids who were murdered, and we didn't see, and I include myself on this. I didn't bring a TNT topic to talk about this, So, it's really complicated.
Yeah.
And I want to listen from Gislaine. Are you there? Gislaine?
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm here. I'm in the boat.
I'm very curious, and I think you were the only black woman here, right?
Yes, probably every place I stay, I'm a ever only girl.
Yeah. So how does it feel to be like, because I think women, girls in general, they live a situation like, just because they're women, they are treated differently. And yeah, this is another, like, it's a very important topic, but it's we can bring that really soon. But when you're like a black girl, black woman, I think what I hear from people, and I know you are from USP Leste, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I have some privilege in my life. I have an opportunity to study in a great university like in USP Leste. I have an opportunity to live in abroad a little time and travel and some place in the world. But here in Brazil, the racism is so tragic. It's so sad because having a great and biggest disequality here, and the people never mind what's the lives like. And for me and the other girls like me, it's so difficult having some girl or other place for to not exactly place, probably other girls for to look and think, I would like to be like this woman. The only representative girl in the world, black, having some girls now, some woman, and Beyonce, Michelle Obama, Oprah, and here in Brazil, Thais Araújo, Isa, but it's a number not expressive, because here in Brazil it's the black people, it's and the health of the population, but in this place like here don't have anyone.
Yeah.
Why? Because having the biggest disequality, the black people don't have an opportunity to study or learn a new other language, and travel and stay in the great schools. So you need to change something. You needed to look for the places and looking for your friends and in the community when you stay. So it's necessary now having a chance, because I don't want in the future having girls like me. It's the only girl. I want to having more girls here and the other place.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. That's what happens. Exactly. Where is Dick? Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here, buddy.
Yeah. So, and what about you, man? You live in around Brasilia, right?
Yep, that's true.
Is it the same as people are explaining? Have you ever felt discrimination somehow?
I don't know. Towards me, it never happened. You know, towards me, it never happened. But I would like to ask you guys, have you ever, all you guys, have you ever been in a situation where you were present when someone was victim of racism? Please raise your hands or say yes.
I think
For sure.
yeah.
Basically, mostly everybody in the world have seen this happening. And it's very, it's paralyzing. The sensation is paralyzing, because you actually don't know what to do in a situation like that. But one thing that I would like to share with you guys is that racism is not something that we are born with. We are not born with this thing. Okay, it is a monster that is taught to us since we are, since we are kids, since we are very, very small. Our parents, our society, our government, our policemen, everywhere. When you are a kid, you are all the time, they are shooting at you, racist jokes, racist positions and everything. So as a bad habit that sometimes we have, and we learn to stop doing that thing for like example, I don't know, when you sit in a bad position in a chair, and you go to a professional, and this professional, he corrects the way you sit, and so you sit standing, and so it's a bad habit sitting in a bad position. But you need this is just like racism. Racism is something that you learned this, but you can correct this. You can correct this every time, all the time. All that you need to do is just to put yourself in the position of that person. How could it be weird if you get into a big shop, a big store, and someone is always following you, thinking that you are about to steal something? Our country has 500 years of technically existence. Of course, we are older than that, but since we were discovered, we have 500 years, actually 520 years old, and we have only 30 years of democracy in this country. We are actually very, very, very young to react to some things, because we have other 490 years of pressure, of hard work, of the government pushing us down hardly. So when someone say why, when someone asks us why we are so late to react to some things, that's because we are too young to understand exactly what's going on. We need a hard push, and this is, we Brazilians are always like that. We always think that something's not going to happen with us. When the coronavirus was happening, was starting in China and getting the Europe in the mid of January, a lot of my friends said, "Oh no, it's not coming here. We are broken. We don't have any conditions to go to China or to go to the Europe." And so in the beginning of February, we started the first cases here. We have to abandon fast this idea that because we are Brazilian, bad things are not happening with us. And because of this idea, we rooted the racism so hard, so deep in us, that is really hard to take it out. But we need to work hard, to work for ourselves, to not be racist for any way, and to work for people who suffer with that. That is the thing that we need to do.
Yeah, and I'm going to get the link to think about this. Not that we are going to solve it right now, but how can we manage this to at least to, for example, like our friends or people in our family, I know, our relatives somehow, how can we, and this is a question for especially for those who haven't answered yet or haven't talked yet. How can we make racism be, how can we wipe racism out somehow, if that's possible? Do you have an idea? Like what can we do?
I think that this is a fight for everyone. It's a fight for right woman and society. It's a time to consider society about right woman, right? Right black people, right people, right LGBT people, right everyone. I think that this fight it's absolutely true, and to everyone, not only black people, but women's, LGBT, or to everyone. Do you understand?
Yeah, totally agree. It's a fight for everybody. Let me ask some, like, Eduardo Matos. How are you? First time here, right?
Hi, how are you?
Good. It's first time on TNT?
Today is my second day.
Great. So, do you have an idea how can we help the black community to like raise awareness on racism, or to avoid people being killed? Do you have like an idea about what can we do on this, or no idea?
Oh, I'm learning English. Yeah, I understand you say, but I don't know.
How to
I don't know.
how to answer?
I don't know. Ask your question.
Perfect.
Okay.
Very good.
Sorry, I'm learning. I'm improve.
No problem. So very good. Thanks for coming. It's not
Thank
easy
you.
So yeah, congrats for being here.
Ask Camila.
Renan, where's Renan? Renan?
Oh, hello, good night.
Yeah. So
Are you listening?
yes.
Yeah, about this topic, I think it's very important to bring you a bit of history, I think. For example, the Martin Luther King, right? I think the biggest person about the that fought against racism in the last century, because he was a great leader, and he created a movement that changed a lot of things in the USA. And I think this movement has stopped, or has in some moment it doesn't have the same importance. I don't know what happened, because the what how they change things in the USA. For example, in the 50s and 60s, the people were separated inside the bus. For example, black people couldn't sit in a bus. Yeah, it was very terrible. Yeah, even if the seat was free, a black people couldn't sit, and they started the movement doing things that in this way, sitting in the seats in the bus, changing uh, some rules that was wrong in those times. And today we don't see people fighting in this way, because I don't know what happened with this movement. And I really liked this to bring it here, because we don't have people who is, I don't know, who can create a bigger movement. As I think Gislaine said, some important people, but they are not concise. I think they need to be more united to create a better movement, to create a great ideal. And I think we lost the this movement is losing power if they are not united.
Yeah.
And violence or something like that, it just takes out credibility of the movement. I think we need to change how it is going on, to change people minds, and create and make this movement bigger again.
Yeah, we need to get together and speak out. Yeah, very good. I think Mikhail was with the hands raised before Paulo. So, Mikhail.
Hi guys, good night. So, answer you, Philip. I think we have to do many things to join in this fight. One of these is when our mate, our friend, our family make a joke about black people. We don't have to laugh to that. We don't have to just be quiet. We have to say, guy, it's wrong. Sister, it's wrong. My friend, it's wrong. Say that things. We have a big problem because some people don't simply don't don't want to understand. Then we have a problem. The racism is big and is getting bigger than we could hand. So some people just see this, just watch some things and see that things and don't make action. So it is a big problem when we be quiet when we see something is wrong.
Very good.
So all the persons, black, white, yellow, red, we have to take action. When we have to prepare, study that we could fight, we have to do it.
Very good. Very good. And Paulo,
Hi, I will try to give some idea. Then I think is the way we can try to change this problem. Okay. The first of all, what guy who talked before me was a point. Yes, very valid. Okay, and for me, I think is the way we can do is with our child. Okay, I have a son, and I think when we can try to rise, we can try teach us right. Maybe in the future, we can reduce maybe until they not exist, but only doing only try not this is not mean then that is wrong to try to talk with our families, with our friends, but I think the when we try to create we try to teach our child, our sons, we can maybe change the future. Okay, maybe this is how can I say, not a different way, but it is more is okay, is more to work. Okay, because if my son start to grow with this mind of races, when he learned, then this is not right. This is very wrong. Maybe he will live in a world without this. Okay, or with less racism than we live now. Okay, we live now. Okay, and that is my idea for try to change something.
very good idea. Yeah, very good idea. And Marcela, are you there?
Hello.
Yeah.
Well, I think that to stop the racism, they need to start teaching the real history about Black people, because it definitely not what they do. And one thing that I saw on the internet and I got like really shocked is that a barber, he took more time to learn how to use a scissor to cut your hair than a cop than a cop to learn how to use a gun. So I think that they need to I don't know how to say it, but I think that things needs to change. It really definitely needs to change, because people are being killed just for being Black and just for being who they are, and it's definitely not right. And I just think that people need to talk about racism more often, whenever they can, because it's an important topic. And yeah, that's it.
Very good. Very good. Thanks for sharing. And Sophia.
Hey.
What
So
about?
I was wondering here about your question. Yeah. And I think one way, a simple way actually to change the things is put ourselves on the other's place. Really. But we really have to do this because sometimes we white persons, if we don't do anything about what happens with the Black persons, nothing is going to change our lives. We will continue the same with our priorities and nothing will change. And then sometimes this make us just watch the TV. Oh, the kid was murdered. Oh God, how can it come? And don't do anything. So we really put ourselves on the other place, we have to think about one moment in our lives that we were discriminate about anything, and our dreams, our sexuality, or everything. Because when we remember what we felt in that moment, we probably will do more about it. So is that what I think?
Very good, very good. Thanks for sharing. And Igor.
Hey, what's up? So I think this subject is so hard to speak because it's so hard to talk about this problem. But this problem isn't just the USA. This problem is all the world. Yeah. So we need to talk about this subject because we need change our mind about this subject. Yeah. We need change some actions about it. We need talk more because we need change these actions because when you are Black person, you don't have a lot of opportunities when you are right person. It's so different. Yeah, all the time you can see on the street, on your work, when you study at college, you can see all the different between the student. Yeah, it's so hard to see it, but it's hard to see it. But we need to talk about this subject because we need to change our mind about it. That
Very,
is.
very good. Thanks for sharing, Igor. Rodrigo Brandão. Rodrigo Brandão.
Hi.
Yes.
Hi, everyone. Are you hearing me? Good night. This is the first time I'm here. I'm a little nervous, but I just want to say other things to give more, give more, give more
Yes.
a different thought maybe to the discussion. Well, I think that we have to talk more about this. It's a work of consciousness, and especially we have to give more opportunity to Black people to achieve important positions in society. I think that this is a good point, and it's something that we really miss here in Brazil. That's it.
Very good. Very good. Thanks for sharing. Congrats on your being here. It's really hard. So, and Ju TX.
Hey guys, good evening. So about what we can do to change it, I guess the change starts inside our house, inside the parents' house, because the kids, I guess someone said that the person doesn't born with this kind of behavior, no? They learn how to be racist. I don't know how to say in English. But I had an experience, and it's really sad, and it's really true that there was a friend of mine, and she has little sister, and the time she is 6 years old, and a beautiful girl, but she's really a white, kind blonde, you know, and she was at school, and she arrived at home and said, "Hey, my sister, I don't want to play with a girl." And she asked, "Why not?" Because her skin is too much dark and 6 years old. How that girl? Where did he learn that kind of thing? It's from there. A lot of house. Some parents are saying, "Don't play with a black girl," and it's really bad because a 6 years old girl, she doesn't know why she doesn't want to play with a black girl. She heard something in her house, you know. It's my opinion. It's impossible born with this kind of behavior. 6 years old, it's too young, you know.
Yeah, I think Paulo has said that, or forgot. No, not Paulo, Marcelo. I don't know. Like raising.
Yeah, I don't remember, but someone said that we cannot born with this. We learn
did.
this kind of bad behavior, you know.
Yeah.
That was me. I said that it's impossible. You learned that since you were a kid because society does that. Your parents does that.
Very good. So the last two people, Andrei.
Hello, everybody. Good evening. So, what I think you asked how to resolve this problem, this issue. So, a lot of people said before me that and I think this is true. We don't born with this racist, and we learn it and during the life. And I think one way to resolve this is exactly this: to try to educate people, and mainly our children, not in only at school, inside our homes, first of all, and of course in school. They need to continue this way to learn, and finally not to finish when they got in high school. But we adults, teenagers, need to learn, or at least to try it on college, because we are supposed to be wiser than we were when we were a kid. So one way to try, and I hope deeply that's the way we will finish the races. And because, like you said, and I am guilty in that way as well. I am not seeing this before, but not because I didn't notice, or I didn't want to believe that is happening in 2020. All right. So this is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. It's not. It's has to stop. It has to stop, because we don't need to George Floyd or more like him to die in Brazil or wherever it was, because it needs to stop. And I finishing. I think I may be wrong, but I have never heard about racism in Japan, in China. I don't know. Maybe because they have a good education. Maybe. I hope so. So that's it.
Very good. Thank you, Andre, for sharing. And the last one, Sam, just before we finish.
Hi, are you hearing me?
Yes.
Yeah. So about George Floyd case, it was awful seeing watching that video, because the cop stayed, I don't know, 30 seconds, 2 minutes with his knee on his neck, and George got suffocated. And I was thinking about the feeling of anger that this man had about black people, and I thought that the life, and I thought that he became a cop, but he could have been a manager, a salesman, whatever, whatever. And we have all of types of persons in the world with this same anger. We have cops, we have uh, uh, any type of people, not only cops in the society, with this anger about black people, and his uh, because the the way that he killed George, it was like a revenge, a bad feeling. And I got thinking about it, and as someone said, we as Brazilians, we have a culture of making jokes, you know. It's it's our it's ours, and we Brazilians like to making jokes and about racism, about LGBT situations, about all of things that involve you, all of things that involve human beings. We need to stop making jokes or participating and of the jokes may uh, that may be uh, treating bad other human being, you know.
Very good. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Thanks for sharing, Samuel. Yeah, we Rogers is totally correct. Dirk,
Yeah, it
we
was
just
my first time participating here, and I would like to compliment you about your initiative, because when you are studying English about 1 year, 2 years, you have when you are 2 years studying English, you have two feelings. The first of these feelings is fear of talking, and the second of this feeling is the necessity of talking, and sometimes having the opportunity of talking with people and for free, it's nice, because I love it's a little bit hard to find a partner to talk, and I would like to compliment you about your initiative to make this project, and this is amazing.
thank you for your kind words, and thank you all for sharing your thoughts, your opinion. TNT's it's a place for us to speak out. It's like I want to hear your voice. It's not about me. It's about us. It's about the community. It's about what we want from our lives, from society, what we want to put out into the world. So we try to bring, and I say we because we are together on this. And we today we got a record. We got 70 people at the same time here, so it was amazing. Um, and for me, it's something really. I'm really proud to be like doing this. I want to to really say thank you for all for everybody to uh, to really be here. And it's really hard to speak in English with a lot of people together. And being a host, it's even harder to deal with all the situations. I wish I could give like opportunity to everybody to speak tonight, but we couldn't. But usually we can do that in small groups. So we are growing as a group, as a community. I want to ask you just to share TNT for the people you know so they can join us, even if they don't know English. Like, even if you don't speak English and you are here, you're doing great. You're doing better than lots of people, thousands of people, millions. And the idea is to have TNT every day, every time, and so we can get connected to people from other countries. So yesterday morning we had people from Denmark, like not people, one person, but it was, yeah, we had Denmark, we had Indian, we had Turkey, we had Australian. So it's getting spread, and it's all because of you. Okay, so I want to finish here. Thank you all for being around, for getting along with me, with others. We're gonna have a TNT tomorrow at midday with Renata, and then with Pamela at 8 p.m. And on Thursday at 8 p.m. it's with Bruna, right? Sorry. Yeah, Bruna will be handling the TNT at 9, Renata at midday, Pamela at 5 p.m. Then we have Carol at 1 p.m. on Friday, and we have a happy hour night on Friday. And last Friday, it was awesome. We were there. A lot of people, Ju, Solon, and Dick, and Davi, and other people, they were here. I think Mariana Moura was here as well. So it was really, really nice. And you can count on me for being, to speak English, to practice. Thank you, Chris, Bruna, Eduardo, Andrei, Mariana, Igor, Alan, Dick, Caio, Solon, Davi, Rodrigo, Gislaine, Rafa, Bia, Mike, Michael, Rogers, thank for sharing your thoughts, your opinion. Samuel, Sofia, Marcela, Ricardo, Ju, TX, Rodrigo Bandão, I said. There's another guy that I know, Jake da Costa. Too many people. Alain, Paula, Heitor, William, Amanda, Suzy, Cynthia, Juliana Muniz, Daniel, Camila, Luisa, and there's another guy here, Gustavo. So I say all your names because for more than 3 years, it was really hard to reach 10 people. Usually we had 3, 4 at max. And it was really hard to keep this going. So I could get it over the years, and now here we are with 70 people, and like after an hour, 35, so 50% of people here. So thank you all, really. You are great. We have Spanish with a Spanish group with Juliana. She's great, and you can learn Spanish as well. We're gonna have French, Italian, and other languages, other stuff. So thank you for coming. Wash your hands, stay safe, let's talk, keep sharing, keep collaborating with each other. See you around, follow E Aprendi on Instagram as well. And let's chat on Telegram. We have a group there and people are very, very helpful and chatting a lot. So see you there. Have a great night.
Okay.
Everybody.
Bye-bye. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye,
Yeah, guys.
Good night. See you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
For everything.
Good night.
Bye. See you.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
See you.